Okay, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Music and Words Club online. This is our first show. Our second show in the Old Court. This is the first show with actual live, a socially distanced live audience. So, currently down here, we've got a nice audience, which you can probably see on the screen right now. We've got a few up on the balcony. If you're up the balcony, raise your hands. Hey. If you're down on the floor in the cabaret area, raise your hands. Excellent.
I think some people are trying to sign in on the YouTube on their phones as we speak, so we're going to get double.
Yeah, and if you are at home on your sofa, raise your hands. We can't see you guys. Right, so we've got currently 7 people online at the moment. My mum's online. She's on every session, which is lovely. She's a big supporter. She wanted to be here tonight, but she's in Nottingham and they're in Tier 3 too. So we're quite lucky that we got away with this one, being that we're going to Tier 3 tomorrow. So it'll be artists only at the next show, unfortunately. So, right, so let's go back to that screen. As you can tell, I'm trying to run tech and everything at the same time. But
so I'm trying to be your little voice on your shoulder at the moment.
So yeah, this is Eleanor. This is my girlfriend, and she's also been a big part of the Music and Words Club from hosting some of the all-female sessions, as well as performing poetry and things like that.
Trying to bring some festive cheer today.
Yep.
To our winter special at the Old Court. So
yeah, this would normally be our sort of Christmas one in the Hope, where we'd have it all treed up, and Alfie's done an amazing job of doing all the decorations. So please put your hands together for Alfie. He's done such an amazing job at setting up with us today as well. So. Yeah, so, Eleanor's just to tell you a bit about who we've got tonight then. So.
Okay, so opening up, we've got our wonderful Diamond Bavell, who always opens our show, and he's also helping on sound tonight. We've got Nick Milan, and who has performed at the Music and Words Club before, but not on one of the live streams, I don't think. We've got Amazing Tiger Band, we've got Monique and Declan, and we've got CAROLA, BAER, Anyway the God, and YALLAS, performed by James Vernon, so he's representing them tonight. So it's a real mix. We've got electronic, we've got a singer-songwriter, we've got some kind of trancey, psychedelic things. We've got a whole array, basically.
Brilliant, and there's a competition, I believe, that YALLAS are running tonight, Who's New Records.
So, because
I'll get the merch.
Yeah, it's down here. You can be... Oh, you can be my glamorous assistant.
I will indeed.
So the merch that we've got has been sent by the record label Use Me. So we've got their tape, we've got a book, we've got the shirt, we've got a jumper, kind of sweatshirt thing. We've got all 7 records, including one that hasn't even been released yet. So they've been very generous.
It's their whole entire catalogue, isn't it? So, I mean, that's a lot to give away in one competition, but thanks to the guys who've done that.
Yeah, Use Me. So how you can get your hands on it is, well, we tried to come up with something that would amuse our studio audience here. So basically you need to send the best sentence with Use Me in it. What makes them laugh the hardest, you'll get sent all of this. So we'll see what comes through.
And if you can comment that to the YouTube chat, if you're able to get on, that's probably the best way for us to monitor it. I mean, you can shout it out as well, that's fine. But I think maybe a better record might be on there. So
say hi on the Facebook chat as well, because we like to read the comments, and you can congratulate the artist and give them feedback as well.
So our first performer tonight is Diamond Bavell. He is our trusty sound engineer and supporter for the Music and Words Club. He's pretty much been here from day one, doing sound and just grafting, coming back and forward from all kinds of places where he's been living, from High Wycombe to London, with and without car. I know he's been busting it back sometimes, which is very impressive. So his hard dedication to this night is just amazing. And he's actually an amazing poet as well. And he likes to do a lot of improvised stuff. So I think, because the stream is slightly delayed, I'm going to say this now, but because we've got an audience in the room as well, he can sort of gather words from you guys in person. But normally he likes to do some improvised poetry, where you'll just say some words and he'll just turn it into poems. So, but first of all,
come up with some creative content for him.
Exactly. So first of all, would you like to welcome on Diamond Bavell, and shout some words out, guys, on the stream.
Good evening.
So lovely to be here and see so many faces and actually be in a space where we can have those in the space as well as those online. So good evening to everyone online as well. And it's really good to see you here. And I hope you enjoy and really engage in the chat box on YouTube, whatever platform you're looking at, and just share some words so that we can go on a journey together and experience some real creativity and some real connection. My name is Diamond Pavel. I'm the composer of words, the creator of music. My message to the world, if you decide to use it, is that you are not alone. I express this through music, spoken word, and poetry, writing about the world around me that I see. So I'll give you a piece which I've made, and then I'll invite some words from everyone in the audience live, as well as in the audience on the chat box. And this piece is just about the day today and how it's gone. Sometimes you wake up on bed on the wrong side, or visit the right side, but something inside allows you to just pause. Wait for the rewards of the day, but fruits fall from trees, but we would rather sway in the wind, and sometimes it's a bit misty or foggy. Looking to the mystery of life, but we continue to get out of bed, maybe feeling a little groggy, wondering how we can brighten up our day. Some turn to coffee, some turn to exercise to get them into the way. This morning for me, I took a snooze. Not because I was ready to lose, but prepared to win, so I could see that there was this passion, this fire burning within. But recently, over the past few days, their emotions came up to play, and some of them had their better way. But I continued to fight, continued on this journey of life, but we saw many shining lights as we searched for stars. Some of them were gold and silver, but others were, the ones at the end of a telephone. The ones who gave you supports and then made you feel right at home. Sometimes on the desk, you have to turn everything down so that you can hear that voice. And for those of you who were thinking what voice it was, that voice you just heard. The one that allows you to see that these are more than words, but words are those things that allow us to be happy. Share moments doing this, but we can see what life is like if we just pause. Maybe press play. Cassettes like gifts and those things that we give away by Uzmi. I'd like to take a moment out so that we can say that we are here on this day, and we'll go into the next piece where we can shout words out and type them on our mobile phones, just so that we can remember that we are not alone. Let that be your food for thought. Yes, please.
So I'm going to read you out the stream words first, and then these guys can shout out some words for us. So we've currently got on there, we've got Dirty House, which is from my mum. There's actually a reason behind that, but I won't go into it just yet. We've got Dream, Journey, Energy, and Pie. And
okay.
So is that enough for you for now? Do you guys want to shout one or two out? Some words? Okay, you got them?
Cool. Just remember the words, and if I've missed any out, then just shout them out again, share them again.
Great. Okay, go for it, Pavel.
Sometimes I dream of money. Other times I dream of other things that may be funny, but sometimes they have more than one meaning, like dirty house. Dirty houses, or those things that allow us to see what word we look up at the dictionary randomly, like marsupial. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Other things that we can do would be like looking at the likes of you and I and seeing that there was just intentions as we wonder why we pause, why we take a breath, but we could see that there is more to life than rewards, but rewarding things are those things that allow us to show off at night. As we go into the night or sometimes take flight because something has caught our attention. Intentions continue to be those things that allow us to propel forwards. So I take a pause and say what words are remaining from those and what have been added. Pie? Pie. Classic.
We've got some more on the stream as well. So you've got future, hope, Brexit, and light. Did someone actually say Brexit? Come on, we don't want to hear that anymore, do we? So anyway, I'll let you fill it in somewhere.
Okay. We take a ballot, and sometimes I see a pie, but let's label it Brexit. With the future and other things unknown, but we would like to take a slice home, or would we? Especially with those things that allow us to taste the sweetness of this sweetness. What flavor is the pie? Maybe someone can shout out or type in so that we can see where we are going. As the future continues to be unknown, there are some things that we can take home, but as we see those antlers on the light, that's happening in the room for those of you online, then we can see that we are throwing up those signs, and it reminds me of how we call for a superhero, but the superhero is the person you see in the mirror. Especially in these times of isolation, it could not be any clearer. Or maybe after your head was unraveled and you saw the many things unwind, you could see that you were here and ready for the time. So we'll take a pause and invite more words to see how much and where we can continue on this journey. Health. Love. Reindeer. Ice. Elf.
A couple more on the stream. Blueberry, light, and I mean, I know Tom was laughing, but lol. Let's do that.
So we start off with a LOL, lol. How many people sell? So we would like to see that lights were those things that allow us to put up fights, but sometimes there are many words that spell LOVE. Languages so that we can see into each other's souls, but there were many things that unfold and unravel on this journey. Seeing more about us, maybe you learn more about me. Learn more about we, learn more about the people who we really are, but if we see reindeers in the night, some of them colored in strawberry noses, but others are blue like berries. Maybe now is the time that we have to pack those bags that were once heavy and allow ourselves to share gifts with family. Sometimes between lens and many electrical wires, some go for miles and miles, others are just minute. I hope you compute. Like those little phones that we carry in our hands that were more powerful than those big machines made by man many years ago. So we continue to flow on this journey where we invite more words from everyone who's in this company. What words do we have? Evolution. Running. Give. Strength. Some say we evolve in strength, but how much strength can you give? Does it overflow and become runny like how some people like custard, sprinkled or ran over their Christmas pudding? Other people like gravy, but we can see that it's something that makes us feel that life is more than savory, but it is for saving people that look like you and me. Life is forgiving. And everything that you give is a part of yourself, so what will you give today? Let that be your food for thought. Thank you very much.
That was the amazing Diamond Babel, everybody. I'm just going to go switch my, hands, balls. Okay, I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of Eleanor. Eleanor, you're going to be chatting to Babel. Babel, come sit down with Eleanor. Don't run away to the sound desk already. So.
I'm going to switch roles for a moment. So over the 53 sessions that you've been with us,
Yes.
how has it changed? Like, you've been doing the performance poetry with improvised words all of this time. I know it feels like it's changed from an audience perspective. Has it changed for you? Do you feel more?
It seems more natural now.
Yeah.
Because when I started off doing that type of thing, it went through a few phases. So one of the phases was inviting a topic from the audience and creating the journey that way.
Yeah.
Then it transitioned to words, and also because of the amount of times that I've done it and the practice that I've had, and just being here in the space and interacting with the audience,
People are coming up with them quicker now as well.
They are, yeah.
They're getting more confident too.
And then giving words, so you see all types of people in the audience. So some familiar faces, as well as you see those people who maybe think that they can put you off, which
Yeah.
is always a good kind of
A little challenge.
with the
Yeah.
audience and challenge.
What made you do it in the first place, the kind of random word generation?
It happened once. So I was performing in the park in Slough, in one of the parks in Slough.
Yeah.
And just happened to just do an impromptu piece.
Nice. And now it's become your thing, kind
Yeah.
of. But what about your I Am Diamond Babel?
That one there, that was many years ago. I was on a training course, and we were just looking at ways we could introduce ourselves to people who we meet, who we greet. And because I come from a background in music technology, in radio broadcasting, as well as spoken word, that was one of the ways that I could stand out from the crowd.
And so I hear you've got some exciting news. I know you told us about it. It was just about to happen last time we came to Music and Words, which is about a book launch.
Yes. 19 other authors and myself from different backgrounds, so trainers, coaches,
Yeah.
poets, singers, not so much singers, but models. We had, each of us brought a part of our story to a book, formed a book called Unstoppable Courage, and that's available on Amazon. I'm waiting for the physical copy,
Yeah.
so hopefully next time I can show the
Yeah.
book.
And so what's the story that links all of those people together?
The unstoppable courage. So each person has a story that may not be known as such to anyone who may interact with them on a day-to-day basis, but it's just making sure that they have that particular deeper learning and deeper connection with the authors.
Great. Oh my gosh. So how did it feel when you kind of sent it all off and finished something like that? Because a spoken word performer is kind of out there, it's in a moment, but to have something printed must feel a bit different, I guess.
It is different, and different from writing, say, poetry, because this here is more, even though I take you on a journey whilst I'm performing, it's more about the person who's got to that stage, maybe just touching briefly on how they felt growing up to where they are right now.
Yeah. And so what would you say to our audience members, how they can start writing?
Just do it. Write down anything, and it might be difficult, but just don't judge it as much. Whatever it is that comes out, allow it.
Were you a creative kid, or has this been something you've kind of picked up along the way?
It's something that's developed along the way, because I grew up with a father who was playing guitar, reciting Shakespeare and those type of things. So
Very lucky son, yeah.
So that has been part of me, and seeing that I started playing the guitar, played a few instruments, create.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've never seen you up here in a guitar.
That was a very long time ago.
Okay. Okay, so what else is next? So you've been performing, you've got your stories in a book. What's your next kind of adventure?
To just be encourage others to be creative, encourage others to express themselves, because especially during these times now, you may see lots of people sharing their talents, sharing their gifts, but it's also about one of the things that I do with work. We have an event called Dreamcatchers, that just invites performers to share their gifts, share their talents, and we have a party event coming up on Wednesday, so I guess that would be what's for the future.
Okay, so how can people maybe get involved if they wanted to?
You can connect with me on Instagram, or you can connect with School of Awakening.
School of Awakening.
On Instagram,
Yeah, yeah.
And you can just send us an email, or you can send one to info@soa.care.
Okay. And the other thing I wanted to ask you is, you've seen Music and Words from start to finish. How do you think it's changed? How do you think the community is developing from your point of view?
In terms of changes, it's always good to see many people coming in and just having a different perspective and a wide genre and variety of performers. So we've had bands of maybe up to as many as 12
I think we've managed to fit a lot of people in
A lot of people,
sometimes.
and the stage is smaller than the
Yeah,
stage that we
much
had here.
smaller. More like where we're sitting. Yeah.
That was interesting. As well as you have eccentric guitarists and performers, spoken word artists, singers. You get all varieties of people coming in. And in terms of the changes physically, we've got this whole digital setup, connecting with people online, which is something that we've had to adapt to and change with the times, and still provide that from, say, the comfort of your own home, wherever you are right now. And it'd be interesting to see who's tuned in from outside of the UK as well, just to have that connection and say, hi, just type it in on YouTube and I'll see you there as well.
And I think hopefully we'll get a bit of a hybrid thing going, where we're live and we're online, so that we can reach those audiences who wouldn't be able to attend otherwise. But great. Should we check in with the artists? How are we doing?
Yeah, we're ready.
All good. I will release you back to your sound desk. Thank you so much. Until next time.
So our next act is Nick Milan, and he's just an amazing singer-songwriter. So please put your hands together for Nick Milan.
All right, thank you. Thanks, Matt. This song goes out to love. And I have begun. I'm a reflection, lost in light. I'm an obsession you can't find. I am the answer to all my prayers. I am someone who'll meet you there. 'Cause I am electric and made of wire. I am a sunbeam and I am a liar. In this light, by your side, is where I shine. And I won't ever say goodbye. Will you be mine? Will it be right before one of us leaves this ride? Sunlight when it cuts through. I am the seaside when it's blue. I am a feeling lost inside. I am a razor, I am a lie. I have an answer and I don't care. I have a feeling that I don't dare. I am a mountain, I am the sun. I am believing I have begun. In this light. By your side is where I shine, and I won't ever say goodbye. Will you be mine? Will it be right before one of us leaves this ride? You are an ocean, you are the sun, you are a mountain if you have begun, like a reflection lost in light, with an obsession you won't find. You are the answer to all my prayers. Are you someone to meet me there? 'Cause I am electric and made of wire. I am a sunbeam and I am alive in this life. By your side is where I shine, and I won't ever say goodbye. Will you be mine? Will it be right before one of us leaves this ride? Thank you. Thanks, Matt, again. Like, I've known Matt, we go back, way back in school. We met, we were 13, 14 in a music room at school. This next song I want to dedicate to the NHS and all health workers worldwide with what's going on. It's called Medicine Men. Goodbye, my friend. Where will you now go? I hope that there we meet, but failing that, just know we shattered like a stone in the rain. On the open sea, an unprotected flame we take to our grave, we could not escape. It burns at the inside, and there waits it may be too late, it may be just a dream, it may be now a time to hold the hate within, all trying to see a better day. It may be a sign, it may be just a phase. We may have realized all that is at stake as we ride out the storm out at sea. Maybe there's no God, and maybe the season, maybe your soul that is sold of me, that is sold of me. Maybe you're seething, and maybe you're prone, maybe the season, maybe your soul that is sold in me. From the rain, Thank you. Good night. Thank you.
Okay, should be back now. Sorry about that little hiccup, guys. Yeah, that was Nick McLan, everybody. Please put your hands together again. So why not? So, yeah, thanks so much for coming down. You weren't on the bill originally, were you? So, I think we were doing a music video in here last night, and yeah, Nick was just such an amazing help. And I was just like, oh, do you want to come play tomorrow night? And he was like, yeah, why not?
After you told me that everything's ending again, I was like, I know live music's going to end, so it'd be good to play anything, or at least I get to see you again. And I'm usually free Friday nights, so I'm like, well, if you've got space, I'll fit in a song. And you're like, why don't you do two? So I was like, all right.
And I remember that one because you did dedicate it to the NHS, didn't you, before?
Yeah. You know, I recorded that, I think, when I had COVID-19. I think it was around April, May time in isolation in my little living room with a little drum kit with brushes, 5 or 6, 7 guitars going on, I don't know. That's the sort of version, trying to pull it off on one guitar as best as I can. It's still improving.
That was great, man. Sorry,
Cheers,
I was just
sir.
having a problem with your mic. So I'm trying to deal with tech and host and do all this stuff. So bear with me. And it's weird because I've got an actual audience watching me and judging me as we go.
Here.
So, but yeah, it's really, really fantastic song. And
Cheers, man.
yeah, so and I understand you've been learning the drums as well since you've been knocked down.
Yeah, trying to play drums with brushes.
With brushes.
Not sticks too loud.
So
It's going to just get complained straight away. Unless you've got a huge room, don't pick up sticks. Like.
so you're at a flat in Windsor, aren't you?
Yeah, tiny little place.
And you pull off the drums in the little flat.
Yeah, look, the bass drum's 8 inches deep. It ain't going to bother anyone. Throw some coated heads on as well. You get a warmer, quite a sound. Hit it as hard as you can, obviously, but...
There we go. So good advice there. If you're in a tiny flat, buy some brushes, and then you're fine. Your neighbours won't be bothered at all.
And put something to treat the snare as well.
Snare?
Snare's loud as well, yeah. And
Brilliant.
get smaller cymbals.
Cool.
Really big cymbals won't work with a brush.
And what's the plans for your music then over the next year or so, next year?
Keep making more music. Because I used to survive working as a professional musician. So I was helping out all kinds of Foo Fighters, cover bands, filling in for Dave Grohl. If it pays the wage, I'll fill in and play. So there's no live music. So my whole philosophy is just make as much original music as I can. If I've got anything good enough, I send it to Radio 1, because that pretty much, because you know me, I've studied music business, You've known me how long. It's pretty much the only route out there for artists to actually make something and to get it to pay the wage. It's a monopoly how the industry works today in the UK. But everything I make, I send them. Whether it's good enough or not isn't my call. But an artist just wants to make. And especially, I think, when the world's gotten so, shall we say, lost in itself.
Yeah, because no artists are making money at all anymore at the moment, because all the venues are closed.
But art's never been more important then. When people are struggling so much, art heals the soul. So even if my song means nothing to no one else, for me, just making it gives me something.
Cool.
And I think all artists feel that. That's what you create. You've been making songs for how long? You do it fundamentally to fulfill some need.
Definitely. If anyone in the audience want to ask Nick a question? We haven't had a chance to do this, so I'm going to put it out there. So, anyone got anything for Nick? No one's shy. No one's used to being an audience member at the moment, so...
I have to say this place sounds amazing. It's always sounded amazing, this room. So I hope you keep doing it here and it grows. I think it'd be great here as a concept. As soon as you told me about the idea... Oh. Someone has a question.
Someone up the top.
Can't hear.
What inspires you to create?
Planet Earth. Planet Earth inspires me to create, yeah.
Okay, that's a
honestly, it's that simple. Have to.
Well, answer in plain sight, sometimes it's as simple as that, mate. So, thank you so much, Nick, for coming along and playing.
Thank you, mate.
Are we ready for Tiger Band yet?
I'm having some technical difficulties.
Oh, not you as well, mate. So
that's a nice guitar.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll keep chatting for a bit. So,
Should we tell everyone? Can I say, look, you know how? Do you remember how me and you first met?
Yeah.
So, because I didn't, honestly, I've been torn apart about this for 20 years, because I think he thinks I really insulted him, because me and you met. I remember we were in the recording studio at Windsor Boys School, and you're playing Nirvana's Heart-Shaped Box on your guitar, and the first words I spoke to you was, oh, that's played in drop D.
I was playing it wrong. Yeah.
But no. But the thing is, I felt you thought I'm a bit of a prick, because I was trying to insult you, but I was actually really impressed how you picked it off, like, out of the record, and you're playing it in A-flat really accurately to it, and I was just like, just passing information, like, you know, information is power. But I meant it as a compliment. It's like, how are you playing that so well and it's not in drop D? I learned it in drop D. That's what it was meant like.
I think nothing's really
That's how we
changed
met.
because I still can't take criticism. So if someone criticises me, I'm just like, what? You know.
I've been at you for years. Let's start another band.
Yeah.
Let's do something. Let's do any. You know me. I'll do anything. He calls me. He's like, can you fill in on drums on a music video? I was like, is it hard? He was like, you'll be all right. I was like, yeah, all right, man. I'm there. You know, why not?
That's been such a pleasure, dude. So it really has. I did want to say something, and it was about. It was about something to do with tech issues. That was it. So the reason why we're not having music, guys, because normally we'd have music in between while the acts are set up. As soon as we start playing any commercial music, YouTube will just shut us down straight away. So that's why we're doing this chat element. So that's the sole reason. But I mean, we could quite easily just like chat in the back room somewhere and broadcast it out. But then that's going to add another sort of element to it. But
now you're making me think of Sheldon Cooper. You know, Fun with Flags, where he.
We could get away with unreleased music, so we could play an Uzmi record that's been unreleased, and that'd be fine. So, because that won't be picked up by the YouTube sort of AI technology stuff.
They actually shut it down.
They'll just close down the stream. It's like, that's why DJs can't get away with playing like live streams because all the copyrighted music.
Can I just say that's another thing I do, like music, because I study music. I'm going to tell everyone, like the music industry will have to change one day, whereby art is so readily free and available to everyone. Just make it free to everyone, and then people can donate to artists whatever they like if they like their work. You know, the industry is always shutting itself down, creates its own obstacles. It's not right.
It's very true. I mean, there are some really good platforms out there for musicians to sort of make their own income and by bypassing these things. Things like Patreon's quite a good one to use. But yeah, sometimes YouTube and things like that, the big boys, they're sort of Spotify have made a hell of a lot of profits and they're not paying artists very well at all. So
there's a lot of artists on even on it.
I'd put it out there, guys. If you're going to support music, buy their music on Bandcamp or things like that direct to the artist. Streaming is just not the way forward anymore. So it's not paying artists a living. So Monique, how much money have you earned from your streams, just out of interest, from your #1 single you've just had out? So she just had a #1 in the R&B charts, wasn't it? Or soul charts, wasn't it? So
yeah, it got to #2 in the UK soul chart.
UK soul charts. And what's your return of that streaming?
Right now, I'm waiting for feedback because I did it with Sound of Superbad, so I'm waiting for the numbers to come back in because they took care of that because I don't do numbers.
Okay, fair enough.
But, so I will come back to you on that, but I don't have my yacht yet. Let's just leave it there.
Okay, no worries. Cool. How are we doing, Mr. Tiger?
I'm so nearly there.
Great. You were like fully there before we started the show, so I have no idea what happened. But
Perfect, we're good.
we're good to go. All right, well, thanks, Nick. Give us a round of applause, mate. So, and please put your hands together for the amazing Tiger Band, everybody. So,
Yo, how's everyone doing? Sorry, how's everyone doing? That's better, much better. So I'm going to play a bunch of songs that I don't really know, and you probably won't like. Anyway, okay, this one I didn't write. This is a cover of a cover. And there I go, thinking I've sorted sets. Is it coming through on the, There we go. That's what we're looking at. Cool. So, yeah, this is a Handmade Moments cover of an Erykah Badu song. And, yeah.
you, I can make you, I can make you put your phone down. I can make you put your phone down. I can make you, I can make you, I can make you put your phone down. I can make you put your phone down. I can make you, I can make you, I can make you put your phone down. I can make you put your phone down. I can make you, I can make you, I can make you put your phone down. I can make you put your phone down. As you cruise through the city, I can make you put your phone down. And don't text no one when you're with me, I can make you put your phone down. You're not gonna check it again, and I can make you put your phone down. Boy, I'll help when I listen, I can make you put your phone down. Tell me, do you copy? I can make you put your phone down. Boy, it ain't gonna stop me, I can make you put your phone down. I can make you, I can make you, I can make you put your phone down. I can make you put your phone down. I can make you, I can make you, I can make you put your phone down. I can make you put your babe, I know we're chilling at home, just sat in separate corners, just like staring at the phone. And I'd like to suggest a conversational flow. Have a little chin, wag, get a rapport on the go. I'd like to know where you got that rose gold hanging from your earlobes. No way, your cousin that made it, that's crazy. She got talent for days. You see, this here is great. You're stimulating my brain in the same way you do every day, and that's why you're my favourable. That and that you're packing some cake. So if you wouldn't mind making some space in that ass for my face, and I can make you put your phone down. I can make you, I can make you, I can make you put your phone down. I can make you put your phone down. I can make you, I can make you, I can make you put your phone down. I can make you put your phone down. I can make you, I can make you, I can make you put your phone down. Don't text nobody when you're with me, I can make you put your phone down. I can make you, I can make you, I can make you, I can make you put it down, baby. I can make you put your phone down. I can make you, I can make you, I can make you put your phone down. I can make you put your phone down. Nice, that was actually the first time I've used a ukulele in front of a real life audience. And yeah, I'm going to do it more often. Very quiet in here. I'm not used to this. I'm a little bit shook. Cool, let's get that down. Just buying time because it's a really slow starting song. Oh, come on, you can give it more than that. Yeah, come on. Get wafty on it.
You're getting hand claps online as well, so
Lately, I've been thinking about things that can make me feel real nice. Like staying at home, sitting in on a Netflix binge on Friday night. Or waking up early, just drive to the lake to spend the day getting to bed with your best mates. Put down your phone, you can take it away today. You could drive it home, you could drive it home. You could take it away today. You could drive it home, you could drive it home. You could take it away today. You could drive it home. You could drive it home. You could take it away today. You could drive it home. You could drive it home. You could take it away today. You could take it away today. See, Jess was excited, she was shopping for horses. She was looking for endorphins to pour into the source of a sexual pour, but caught the balls off of any bull she thought she might like. Now say what you might, at least her life isn't boring. With her hubby face down on the laminate floor and the appalling thought they make a giggle alright. Besides, hobby knows where she's staying tonight. Besides, sending him snaps of her face between another guy's thighs alongside the other escapades he might try, and that's fine, cause that's what they like. Hog-tied in the dining room on Saturday night. It's at the end of the day when you turn out the lights, ain't nothing turns him on like someone riding his wife. You could drive it home, you could drive it home. You could take it away today. You could drive it home, you could drive it home. You could take it away today. You could drive it home, you could drive it home. You could take it away today. You could drive it home, you could drive it home. You could take it away today. You could drive it home. You could drive it home. Drive it home. Drive it home. You can take it away today. See, Dave was lazy, but a baker by trade. He was a big fan of Jesus, and as such he abstained. He recalled the day that it all began to change when he went to revenge for his friend on his birthday. 20 minutes later he was dancing away when he got a little stuffy, so he turns and he states, I gotta leave this room, man. The air's like gravy light, thicker than the chasm of deep space. Maybe today could be the day that I break from a lack of marital status. As he saunters towards the staircase, he faded, but a smiling face that could permeate nations is heading his way. Then he thinks, be brave, grabs him by the waist, and then he whispers in his ear, I will drive you away today. Drive it home, you can drive it home. You can take it away today. You can drive it home, you can drive it home. You can take it away today. You can drive it home, you can drive it home. You can take it away today. You can drive it home, you can drive it home. You can take it away today. You can drive it home. You can drive it home. Drive it home. You can drive it away. You can drive it away.
Cheers, folks. Right, okay, so I normally do the big wanky one right at the end, but I don't actually know how long that song is yet. So, how long was that song? Do we know? Do we know what my time frame is looking like? Cool. Can I get some help on this one? I think Monique, anyway. You up? You up for it? Sweet. Can we get the other mic active? Okay, fair enough. Well, shall I just say, sweet. Sweet, right. I'll get you a mic. I'm going to build up the loop in the meantime. Right. Not like that, though. Okay, so we do need like a set part for this. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is I'm going to sing, start stacking paper's going to make me paper, and then you can sing whatever the fuck you want, really. But some people sing it back to me. It's intended as a call and response, but we've had some amazing shit like in the past. Like this one girl, yeah, she literally just made weird beeping noises, and it worked strangely well. So you've got a lot to work with.
Okay.
So the lyrics are start stacking paper's gonna make me paper.
Okay.
And
then I come up with anything that I want to.
Yeah,
Ooh, let's do
that's
it.
basically it.
I'm terrible at freestyling, just gonna put that out there.
Scat's good as well.
Scat. Okay, cool. Let's go.
Fuck that right up.
Sounds like there's gonna make me paper.
Love all my lovers and I love my haters.
Sounds like there's gonna make me paper.
I love my lovers and I love my haters.
Sounds like there's gonna make me paper.
I love all my lovers and I love my haters.
Sounds like there's gonna make me paper.
I love all my lovers and I love my haters.
You want the fuck up with another lust for life. He'll give you anything you want, but he's thinking about his time and it's earth and how it's finite. Wasting it on 5 guys, no one wants a bugger, but yeah, don't have to fries. Take a breath and realize a man without a cause. All these gossip courses make sarcastic applause in the mind of an unqualified white guy. When the tyrant behind him says, you need to smile, I'm a man, not a machine. I'm free to be displeased, I will show my displeasure by stacking papers. Sounds like there's gonna make me paper.
I love all my lovers and I love my haters.
Sounds like there's gonna make me paper.
I love all my lovers and I love my haters.
Sounds like there's gonna make me paper.
I love all my lovers and I love my haters.
Sounds like there's gonna make me paper.
I love all my lovers and I love my haters.
Right, change mind, they're gonna leave my job behind. They're gonna start a new career selling sweet potato fries from a sandwich found round the corner from my mate's house. Spray my name on the side, start stacking papers. Start stacking papers, gonna make me paper.
I love all my lovers and I love my haters.
Sounds like there's gonna make me paper.
I love all my lovers and I love my haters.
Sounds like there's gonna make me paper.
I love all my lovers and I love my haters.
Sounds like there's gonna make me paper.
I love all my lovers and I love
Do
my
your thing.
haters. Ba 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 da ba doo da 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 doo 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 da ba. Ba ba doo da ba doo 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 doo. Da 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 no doo doo. Haters don't keep me down, so I love them too, yeah.
Sounds like there's gonna make me paper.
I love all my lovers and I love my haters.
Sounds like there's gonna make me paper.
I love all my lovers and I love my haters.
Sounds like there's gonna make me paper.
I love all my lovers and I love my haters.
Sounds like there's gonna make me paper.
I love all my lovers and I love my haters. Yeah, I love all my lovers and I love my haters. I love all my lovers and I love my haters. I love all my lovers and I love my haters. I love all my lovers and I love my haters. Wicked.
Yeah, so I've been the Amazing Tiger Band. Thank you very much. You've been pretty class.
So
Wait, do I break this down?
just move it to the back of the stage and then come and sit down with me.
We'll go side move.
Yeah, all good. In fact, you're going to sit down with Eleanor. So I'm going to get this mic on. So we've actually got Monique coming up next, actually, with another special guest is in the house. So his name's Declan, goes on the artist name Knowledge. So he'll be up next.
What amazing little taster we just had.
Yeah.
So nice.
Right, you ready to sit
Great.
down, Buzz?
I'm so ready.
Wicked, okay. I'll leave you this. Hiya.
Hello. So how do you feel after your first performance with a live audience in, I assume, quite a while?
I mean, it has only been like a month or so, but like,
Okay, where were you performing last?
the Butler in Reading.
Nice,
It's
okay.
like, yeah, it was a nice little affair.
yeah.
But like, no, yeah, there was a
Did
lot.
you get the
to,
double
like,
whammy here, online and live.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was, kind of pretty nervous beforehand, just like rustiness, but like, no, it was good fun.
And it's been a little while since I've seen you perform. I think the last time was at the loading bay.
What? Which
That
time
was
at the loading bay?
quite a while ago, and all of these songs are new, and so I've never heard you play them. It's brilliant. I really enjoyed it. I had a comment from the audience, better than Ed Sheeran. So I don't know.
I mean, personally, I don't think that's that difficult. But,
No,
like,
exactly.
But I'll take it. I'll take you.
yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you, person from the audience.
Yeah, no
Like-
problem. So have you been super creative over lockdown, making some new stuff? How's it been feeling for you?
I mean, like, not really. Like, the first few weeks of like the initial lockdown were like very like, it was super like, right, here's every idea I have, let's do it. And then I burnt out pretty quickly, and I started just doing like other things, I went through a little phase of making these little clay models that just hold your rolly. So if anyone wants to buy a rolly holder boulder, just hit me up.
Are they just little boulders, or do they have little personalities?
They've definitely got. No, they're mostly just ugly. If being
Okay,
ugly can be a
okay.
personality, it's that.
Yeah.
Like,
That's definitely one of the most random things I've heard of people doing over lockdown, so thank you.
Yeah,
It's like sourdough, no.
they did end up being ashtrays. They're like, eventually there was a reason for them. But it was like, I think her name's like Jackie Hart. Like, I saw her on like Instagram, and she makes these really cool like, I don't actually know what she uses. I think they're like resin, but they're like these crazy little models, and like.
And this was
yeah,
your interpretation.
Yeah, except hers are like very adorable but very hideous at the same time, whereas mine are just an abomination. It's like, if there's anything you shouldn't do with clay, folks, it's that.
Yeah, one of my friends works as a ceramicist, and she does lots of classes for people, and she always says she gets really annoyed when people put willies, clay willies, in the kiln, because she's like, that's going to last forever, guys. Once you fire something, that's it. Someone ancient, in however many years' time is going to dig that up. Think it's an amazing relic.
Somewhere deep in the future,
Yeah,
someone digs
yeah,
up a
yeah.
dong.
Yeah. And she's
Yeah.
like, be careful what you put in the kiln, because that will last forever. So there you go.
I mean, those are words that will stay with me for the rest of my life now.
So
It's
your
like,
little clay Ben, who knows?
I really hope no one finds them.
So what else? Other creative projects? Also, where can people find you looking for your music?
Also, so obviously all those new social media platforms. All the general socials and all the general streaming platforms. Just hit me up on Spotify. I could really use that 0.07p.
There you go.
0.007p. I don't know, but that's basically everywhere.
Yeah,
people
amazing
find me.
Tiger Band.
Yeah.
Everywhere. And what about the next project? What are you up to next?
The next project, I've been I've basically been saving all of my sort of poppier songs to and I've been putting them, and now I've got about 7 tracks, and so I should be actually putting some musicians together to play more sort of disco-y stuff, and that should be
nice.
That should be pretty fun. But then,
I would love to stumble across that at a festival. This is like already happening in my mind.
I'm like, but then you're relying on me being a lazy asshole. Like, is it actually going to happen? That's the question.
Okay, well, I'll be on your back now because I want that to happen.
Safe. I could use the extra motivation for sure.
Yeah, no worries. I'm already accidentally became a PA, and so now I've I've suddenly realised how much motivation people need to get things.
Of chasing up.
Yeah, definitely. It's a skill. Yeah, I need to apply it to my own life now too. That's the thing.
No, just hire a PA. Right.
The PA's
Does anyone
PA.
want to be a PA?
To a PA and to another PA.
Yeah, a PA. I'm going PA Inception.
So how are we doing over here?
I think we're ready, aren't we? So
Brilliant.
We need to probably push the Use Me competition because no one's.
Oh, okay. Kian.
Yes.
Funniest sentence that you can think of with Use Me in it, just to get the ball rolling, and you may even win all of the merch. Anyone else?
Use me nipples like motorbike handles.
Okay.
Okay, to be fair, I was under pressure.
You were under pressure, but you delivered. Thank you. Right, amazing Tiger Man. All right, so somebody has to beat that in the comments. The best sentence with Use Me in.
Yeah, so you got to beat that one, whatever that was.
Right. Never to be repeated, I think.
Okay, so I think we're ready for Monique. And yeah, so please put your hands together for Monique, Miss Vocals, everybody. So.
Hello. Echo. Hey, good evening, guys. It's so good to be here. It's really great to actually have an audience to perform to. So yeah, this set's going to be kind of about sharing things that I've done kind of over lockdown. So this track is called Motivator. Just a little intro for you. So yeah, let's get it going. Been there, done that, next. One up, one down, I'm a mess. He says, she says, I'm upset. And this is all before I get myself up out of bed. I could be sitting in front of you and still be miles away, thinking that I could be better if only I started today. Cause I know there's only one person that's sending him away, and I think it's time to let her what she gotta say. Don't say goodbye, I'll see you later. Don't you know I am already my biggest hater? So there's nothing you can do to stop the moves I'm making, cause everything's on me, yeah. Don't say goodbye, I'll see you later. This is my life and so my daily motivator, yeah. I've tried and failed 1,000 times, but this time I'ma get it right, I'ma get it. Oh, this time I'ma get it right, I'ma get it. Oh, this time I'ma get it right, get it. Let's move it, y'all. So this next song is a song that I wrote over lockdown. Kind of was motivated to write it just during one of our Beat Roots workshops that Matt's actually involved with, one of the songwriting sessions. And yeah, just kind of flew with inspiration. And yeah, so this is Diary of a Broken Heart. I feel the cold washing over me. Ice in my veins. focused on loving you. So can you take this feeling and your memories too, so I can get over you, yeah, yeah. Ooh. Tried to not do regrets, but I wish I never fell for you. I thought the silence would help, but it just reminded me of how loud my heart beats for you. If I could go back, tell me that this love just ain't worth the pain. No, the worst part is I give my life to live it all again. Oh, hold on, don't let go. I don't know. Do you see what you do to me? I don't know. Hold on, don't let go. I don't know. Do you see what you do to me? I don't know. So can you take this feeling away from me? 'Cause I don't wanna feel it, but it's overwhelming me. They always say to focus on me, but I'm focused on loving you. So just take this feeling and your memories too, so I can get over you. I need to get over you. So, for this next song, I'm going to invite one of my good friends and partner in music, if you will, to the stage, Mr. D. Grant. Yeah, me and D have been friends for a very long time, and we were in a duo group called Twisted Souls, and we actually performed with Music and Words quite a couple of years back now as well. So we're going to do a couple tracks for you. I thought we'd do something new this time, right, D? So just whilst he's getting his little mic cover on. So yeah, this song's called For You, and we literally rehearsed it this week. So it's all brand new, so it's the first time we're performing it, so you guys getting a little exclusive as well. So I hope you guys enjoy. She was just a teenager living in a grown woman's world. Traded in her school books, had herself a little baby girl. Did it all with no father, left her to care on her own. Yeah. Caught up in the street life, damn near lost her soul.
Yo, baby girl, out in this crazy world. Rainy days, dealing with life's twirls. Spend swiftly, get money and spend swiftly. There's new brothers coming around, she won't miss me. 17, her beauty was on target. Still growing into herself, but all flawless. Her older sisters were out here living lawless. Looking like stars in the movie, you can't ignore it. Fuck them other brothers, cause I roll with the realest. And fuck them other bitches, cause my TV the illest. This is what they chant standing on the couch with their dress faces glaring with their drinks in their mouth. Yep, these are our idols. Fucking brothers for shoes in a bag, that's key to survival. Street disciples with no Bibles, addicted to nightlife, in love with the bright lights.
Oh, baby girl, this is for you.
This is for you.
Oh, baby girl, this love is for you.
This is for you.
Oh, baby girl, this is for you. Don't ever give up, 'cause things are getting better.
Listen,
yeah.
second verse. And now it's more power, fly baby showers. Drug dealer who she chose to be the father. Co-followers are co-spires in the newest Jimmy Choos, who you know flyer. She said it's only real love if you pay your bills up. They fucking, she don't feel much, hopefully it builds up. The only thing she likes is that proud pound, and that shit is wild, cause this is the child's father. This is something you should have thought about in the first place, but since not, take another shot, it's your birthday. Take another hit of this weed, it's your birthday. Your life's been taken over by greed in the worst way. Overweight over time, she's getting older now. Baby father's no longer around to hold her down. Drug charges, they gave him 20 years. Now when she looks around, no one's here.
Oh, baby girl, this love is for you.
Yo, this love is for you,
Oh, baby girl, this love is for you.
Yeah, this love is for you.
Oh, baby girl, this love is for you.
No, it's crazy in life.
Don't
How you
ever
start to
give
see
up,
role
things are getting
reversals.
better, yeah.
Beat the last verse, listen. She's no longer in her teens. She's 35, now her daughter's 17. But a dirty mind that her mum had has been passed down. Daughter's in college already getting passed round. See, her mama's out here and she's working 3 jobs. Basically, baby girl was raised by her aunts. The same ones mama got her game from. The older cycle, so the system never change up. Now, if you're listening, you know there's no difference between mother and daughter. Rotten apples don't fall far from the tree. Hauler is balling out on as she be hopping on. Got pregnant, made the mother a grandma by 36. Look, beautiful gift, now the family's in a rage. Cause baby girl tested positive for AIDS. And now the child comes and asks about its mother. What can we tell them other than?
She was just a teenager living in a grown woman's world. Traded in her school books, had herself a little baby girl. Did it all with no father, left her to care on her own. Caught up in the street life, damn near lost her soul. She was just a teenager living in a grown woman's world.
Thank you.
Whey!
Just wanna apologize, innit, to all the people who's watching. It's that song's a bit explicit, innit?
It's very deep.
It's very deep, but you know it's reality. So apologize if you got offended.
Don't worry, I'm gonna be out your hair soon, but we're gonna liven up the mood a little bit. And so this song is called Barbecue Chicken, and it's the last song of a set. So guys, thank you so much for having me. But yeah, there's no actual relevance to the song and barbecue chicken. Just want to put that out there. So it's a bit of a random name, but hope you enjoy nonetheless. And I know some of you might have your mask on and stuff, but if you catch on to the chorus and feel like singing along, then please do.
Please do.
Yeah.
Very simple, please.
Very, very simple chorus.
Hello.
I said to myself one day,
Monique, what'd you say?
that no man would hold me back.
Okay.
No.
Tell him a little bit more.
But yet still I find myself this way. Yeah. It's time to cut off the slack.
Let me get a soul clap.
I'm tired of your silly games, 'cause I deserve better than that. Oh yeah. So long, get gone of me. Step aside, it's my turn now. Get a line, I'll show you how I do, yeah. You ain't got a clue, do ya? Settle down, oh baby, please turn around. Just leave the scene, stage right. 'Cause tonight is my night. I'm singing la 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 la.
Alright guys, listen to the chorus.
I'm moving up, I'm moving forward.
Very simple. Yo.
La 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 la.
Yeah.
I'm moving up, I'm moving forward.
Tell them, Monique, listen. Yo. Look, I can't lie at the start. I was cautious to the girl, I gave my heart wrong verse.
I'm moving forward.
Wow,
That is so funny. La 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 la.
Yeah.
I'm moving up.
We just done that so they can learn the chorus one more time. Yo, listen, my emotions lost in the fog. Now I'm feeling heartless. Times of wounds, greatest healer, but it don't seem to be passing. Feeling bruised inside with my heart scarring from all the arguments. And the second chances. Was no light in our tunnel. More time, we remained in darkness. Constantly taking stabs at each other like we were targets. So regardless, knew I had to give up on you, baby. No fasting. Down the cheek is the tear that my eyes departed. Wishing we could go back to when we first started. I couldn't bear a second time being broken hearted. We had more ups and downs like elevators when they're passing. Now I'm here, stuck with all these memories. Messages on my phone that you was texting me and pictures of us. People saying we was meant to be in sexual times caught up. And she was in me. And now I'm here, stuck playing games of rose petals, which determines the outcome. If you was meant for me, I've never been this distraught over a girl. It's got me questioning my heart if I'm stable mentally.
Tried again. Tried to be a friend, ready to defend your name. But you wouldn't do the same. But it's okay, I know my worth. Forget
I want to see. I want to hear everyone singing this chorus now. We gotta turn up in here.
'Cause I got me.
So sing it.
La 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 la.
Alright, we moving up.
I'm moving up, I'm moving forward.
Alright, come on guys, we
If
can
you
sing
had a
this, we can sing this.
bad 2020, sing this song. 2020 is gonna be better. I'm moving up, I'm moving forward.
Alright, Money, keep it running. I'm not leaving off the stage till they sing it.
La 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 la.
I
Bevel's
can't
got it
hear
down,
you.
fam.
I can't hear
I'm
you.
moving up, I'm moving forward.
Money, keep going, keep going, keep
La
going.
la 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 la.
I can't hear you quiet this time. What's
I'm moving
going on?
up, I'm moving forward.
Come on, sing it, sing it. We're feeling.
La 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 la.
That's better.
I'm moving up,
Chee.
I'm moving forward.
That's what we're doing in 2021. We're moving up and forward.
La 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 la. I'm moving up, I'm moving forward.
Alright, one more time.
La 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 la. I'm moving up, moving forward. Ooh, la 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 la. I'm moving up, I'm moving forward.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you guys so much. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you all.
That was the amazing Monique and Knowledge as well. So, Eleanor, I think you were going to come and have a chat with Monique, weren't you? So.
I haven't got bad knowledge in a couple years now.
Oh, sorry, man. D Grant it is. So, I could call you D Man if you like. So. Monique, come and have a chat with Eleanor. So.
Hello.
Well,
It's off on me. Yes, I'm good. I'm well. Things are starting to look up again now because we've had such a crazy year. But I was really looking forward to tonight, so I'm glad.
Yeah, me too. And it's been actually more than I imagined. Everyone's here. It's got such a good atmosphere in the room. It's just been so lovely.
Exactly.
So tell us a little bit more about this song.
This
No, the song that we mentioned earlier. The
Well, depends which one. So basically, I'll go through kind of like the songs I did. So Motivator is actually part of my EP that I've been talking about for 300,000 years.
But it's getting there. I've heard some of the tracks with Matt, so it's sounding incredible.
Yeah, it took 300,000 years to do, but it is coming along. So fingers crossed that everything goes to plan next year. And as soon as I can get people into a venue, like we'll make it a proper night to remember with the EP launch and everything. So yeah, that was just a bit of an intro track. Diary of a Broken Heart. Yeah, it was just, it's difficult when you're under such kind of closed pressure, like with lockdown and everything, and not being able to leave the house. You're kind of staring at the same four walls all the time. So as I mentioned earlier, the kind of Beetroots workshops that we've been doing, Matt songwriting sessions, they've been really, really awesome, and like has been my saving grace. So they've been quite a lovely family, really. They've kind of gotten me through some really tough times. It's been difficult for everyone, but yeah, so being thankful that I've had the guitar here to kind of just channel it into my music.
The Beetroot sessions, for those people that don't know, do you want to tell them a little bit about that?
Yeah, so Beetroots is a youth charity based in Slough. And we run workshops in all aspects of creative arts. So we've done songwriting, music production, photography. We've done spoken word kind of poetry with Sal. Done mindfulness, which has been a new workshop that came in last term. So everyone's really benefiting from that as well. So it's been great. So we've moved on to Zoom, obviously, good old Zoom meetings. But yeah, it's been really, really good to have those kind of sessions and kind of connect with everyone else. And we did the Slough Youth Awards last week, Friday, and we put together a song that we all did virtually, and it came out so well.
I loved it.
It was amazing, right? So shout out to everyone. I'm not going to say names because I don't want to miss anyone out, but you guys know who you are, and definitely it's been really great.
It's been such a nice thing for me because sometimes Matt does it from the studio, the Beetroot sessions, and sometimes he does it at home. So I'll come in from work and I'll hear all these little voices coming from the living room. I'm like, oh, Monique's doing a new song. And I'm like, oh, Rebecca's doing something new. So it's been really, really lovely, and I know it's kept him going too.
Oh, definitely.
So it's been really, really, lovely. And what about the last song? What about your?
With Dee. So we literally just kind of decided to do a new track this week, and hopefully get into writing over the Christmas period. Especially performing with him, he's alright. He gets someone else sometimes, but I love him. But so we've got some great stuff under our belt. So hopefully we get a chance to share it with you guys. So For You was a new track, and the Barbecue Chicken was something that we performed for quite a few years and stuff. So it's just been good to get back on stage and actually be physically performing with people. So it was really, really great.
And what about the song that's been mentioned in the charts?
So Smile, So as crazy as this year has been, I've achieved quite a lot, which I'm really proud of. So Smile was, funny enough, the original track was actually written by myself and Dee as well, who is on the track, which was in 2014. And it is being put onto the EP. As well, so
I can actually hear it in my head now.
I know, but then you hear the soul remix. So if you haven't kind of heard the original, you won't know hear the differences. But the soul version was done with Sound of Superbad, a guy called Andy, and he's just been amazing. And we haven't physically met. We've done all of this literally. I managed to get to the studio to record my vocals, send it to him. He's done the mixing and the production, and he's got it mastered. And then I've done a video, thankfully, which is coming out very soon. So stay tuned. So hopefully before Christmas that will be out as well. But because he's so well connected, he's put it out to so many DJs. So it's been circulating in the kind of soul and funk radio circuit. And on the network soul chart and global soul chart, it's placed. I think the highest it got to was 4 and number 2. So I had a number 2 single on the soul chart. It was like something I can say has been a great achievement for 2020. So I'm really, really proud. Everyone's giving me really great feedback on it, and thank you, man.
Exactly.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And hopefully that will, once you get your EP out, that will be kind of keep it snowballing and keep people kind of
so the videos
they'll definitely come back for more. I can tell you.
Exactly. But it's out if you want to search it. It's just called Smile Sound of Superbad, featuring Monique Miss Vocals on all platforms. And yeah.
Amazing. Well, what we'll do is in the chat on the stream, we'll put all the artists' links and things like that, so everyone can find you.
Yeah, that's
great.
I think on Instagram it's like at Monique_vocals, but when I comment, I'm commenting at the same time with all the acts. I think there's a few people,
Yeah,
so you'll catch me on there, and then that's my channel, so you can see my music video, which drops this summer as well. So yeah, lots to come. I'm excited.
I'm excited.
I can't wait. I know you're like such a lovely fan of mine, bless you. So yeah, really good to share.
Let's see how everyone's doing. On the back. Sorry?
I've got some things to play.
Okay.
Yep.
We've got some videos, I think.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. I'll go and see.
Awesome. Sorry.
So just before we have our amazing act, I'm going to take my mask off. It's so, comforting. Keep it on, isn't it, sometimes? But, before we have the amazing Crow the Bear performing, I'm just going to show a couple of videos which were sent in by Richard Tyner and Ginny Hogarth. So Pete Cox was going to be here tonight, and I think he decided not to, which is fair enough. But he's also decided he's going to give up the Innerverse, which is his poetry night. And I think it will come back in a different way. But yeah, it's just something that he's decided that he's done with for now.
He's gonna,
and Richard and Ginny just wanted to just put some messages to him, just to say thanks for everything he's done for the community. So, but he's still around. He's still going to be doing stuff, but they just wanted to show their appreciation. So you guys won't hear this. It's going to be going out of the stream. So feel free to log on to the stream and have a listen. Otherwise, use it as a 5-minute breather. I'm talking to these guys, not you guys on the stream. It's so confusing to audiences. But anyway, I'm going to play the videos, and then, I'll chat to you guys in a minute. So this is for Pete Cox by Richard Tyner.
When I look at Pete, I see a younger me, full of vinegar and pee, determined to be free, in search of thrills and spills, reaching for a rhyme, spitting out his lines, a sultan of jazz, 4-time. He will take you down an alley and hypnotise your mind, then be outrageous and apologise for being unkind. Oh, and the girls, to them he seems form an orderly queue. They all look so vulnerable, to each of them he's true. He has a thing about green eyes, sinking in their wake. Don't brush to buy contacts, that would be your first mistake. With acolytes all around, sometimes less is more. The thing I really like is that he's not keeping any score. He has a touch of blindness, it's why he's good with words. To be honest, in the dark, to be concerned would be absurd. I look up to him as a true friend. He is so bloody tall. When I said I had nothing left, he became a perfect foil. Ideas, words and poems across the crowded atmosphere. Random thoughts, as if he has plenty enough to spare. The truth is he has. He's the fastest kid on the block, delivering staccato lines of humour in rap, or rock, or hip-hop. My advice is make a will. It is a crime to die intestate. Leave your brain to me, even if you think it's too late. Disinherit the government. I will share it with others you may choose. They can pursue all the green eyes, leaving me the browns, the ambers, the hazels and the blues. You're a giant of the metre, a provider of dark and light. I take my hat off to you, wish you well, bless you, and good night. I love you.
Hi Pete, here's a little something I wrote for you. It just popped out of my head, and I hope you like it. From title to the whole thing, I have to read it because I can't memorise as much as I used to. For Pete, the inner verse of verselessness by Ginny Hogarth, which is me. Hey there, Mr. C, the P of P in poetry. Pete the poet, who would have known that I could meet such a treat in humanity? You are the man of words and such, that lifts our spirits and feeds us the touch we miss so much. Rock on, Pete, I'm looking forward to all you have in store for us. In years to come, there's so much fun to be explored. You are adored. Love you, big man. Have a fantastic night tonight, and I hope to give you a big, big hug in 2021. Bye.
So that was some lovely messages for Pete Cox there, who's not here tonight, but he will be back soon. So next up is Carola the Bear. So please, guys, put your hands together. Carola the Bear.
Good evening. I like the smoke. Anyway, it's absolutely wonderful to be here playing live. It's not my first live show in 2020, it's my third. There we go. My name is Carola BAER, and this song is called Man.
Some things need to change, it's going too fast. Can't seem to justify the reasons anymore. Pure selfishness, keep it all to yourself. My where's your heart? Oh, where's your heart?
yeah, I'm playing as a solo artist. I do play in a band as well, and I do kind of both. I stream solo, I stream with the band. I know drum programs are cheesy, but it helps me keep time. So this next song is called Save the Day, and I actually wrote this one sort of in lockdown, yeah. Okay, give me a second. Save the day. Another one, or is it? Some more? Okay. This last, the last song I'll do is called Other Side of You. I've been wanting to record for a long time, and I decided about 3 weeks ago to take myself off to a recording studio. And I said, you know what, I'm tired of waiting for musicians. I'm tired of waiting for this person or that person or whatever. I'm just going to go and do it. And I went to Brighton and I recorded this one. So it's on my Facebook page, and this one's called Other Side of You. It's one of my few positive songs. Okay.
Wish that I could find the words to bring an end to confusion. I wanna find a way I can change. Said as simple as just taking hands off. Said as simple as just taking hands off. Go about it in a kind way. See lights in the distance, almost calling to me. See getting deeper, almost drowning my soul. Who are you in my world? Who are you in my world? Just seconds, 10, passing endlessly. Sometimes we know each other, and sometimes we feel love calling.
That was CAROLA the BAER, everybody. So I'm just going to wait for CAROLA to move her stuff, and then she's going to come have a little chat with me as well. But the momentous occasion, it's going to be last orders at the bar. So you've got half an hour to get your drinks in now, and that'll be it until the next year. So you won't be able to order another drink at the bar for until 2021. So get one in, get loads in, get as many as you can in. Yeah, that keg will be probably chucked away. So yeah, please drink all you can. So yeah, but yeah, thanks to everybody. Yeah, there she is. So, and this is my first drink today. So I'm enjoying it. What an amazing performance, CAROLA. So, yeah, really, really enjoyed that. So, I'm just going to move that mic because it's kind of above your head. There we go.
There we go.
I'll be able to pick you up now. So, yeah, thanks so much for coming down. So,
my pleasure. It was absolutely fun.
And I've noticed you've started playing with a band as well recently. Yeah. So you do solo keyboard stuff and sometimes guitar. And what's the name of your band?
Ruby Dawn.
Ruby Dawn. Okay, cool. And yeah, how many gigs have you guys played with that? So
We've done one real gig.
Yeah.
We did it at the 1865 Club in Southampton. They were allowed to do a socially distanced gig, and it was lovely. The sound system was amazing, and it was just a lovely. It was just, you know, we're desperate for a few fun times, aren't we, these days? Yeah. And there's very little at the moment, so. The live streams and a few little gigs that I can get are just wonderful things to look forward to.
And is it the same songs you guys do with the band? Or?
Yeah, I do the same songs. I do have my guitar songs. When I played at the Words in Windsor, I did my guitar stuff.
Yeah.
I've sort of been combining them as well during the live streams recently. Some of the guitar songs work with the band, some of them don't, but I've got loads, so it really is not a problem. I can do some with the band and some by myself.
Yeah, I think it's highly impressive. Just you put so much feeling and heart into your music, and just the layers you have with the keyboards, just really, really impressive. So
I don't generally gig solo with the keyboards. I always was with the guitar, but since COVID and I've been streaming in my shed, then I had access to all my toys, so I started streaming with the keyboards, and now, I don't know, I like it. I like it more. It just, with the guitar, it just seems a bit empty, so I think I'm going to continue gigging with the keyboards. Yeah,
it really works. I think someone was, Spencer online was just saying he liked your keyboard, so a lot.
Is that Spencer?
Yeah, Spencer's online somewhere.
Okay.
So what I was going to say to you was, I think we came across you originally because you emailed us saying you heard about the night, and I think you told me a story about a tape. And for these guys that don't know, do you want to tell that story? So,
I'll tell it briefly.
Yeah.
I'm a school teacher, and one day in the staff room I got a text message, through Facebook. Someone tried to befriend me on Facebook, and I normally see if I've got contacts, if they know other people, and this was not related to anyone I knew. And I denied whether I should accept it, and I did, and then immediately I did. He sent me a message and said, I found one of your cassettes. Of your original music, and of course my first thought was like, yeah, sure. But then he listed the songs, and I thought obviously he had to have found my cassette. This was a cassette I'd made 28 years before he found it, and it was a special one. It wasn't just a demo, because demos I'd normally do 4 or 5 songs and give it to someone. This one had 15 songs with a picture and a phone number, so it wasn't given to a friend because I wouldn't have put my phone number on it. So I don't really know who I gave this cassette to, but it was found 28 years later in a charity shop in Portland, Oregon. And I've never been to Portland, Oregon. So I lived in San Francisco for 20 years. So I obviously had given it to someone in San Francisco, and it traveled to Portland, Oregon, which is about a 10-hour drive. The guy said he loved it, and he wanted to make an album of it, and he made a vinyl of it. It's only available on vinyl, and he paid for everything, and it was never really meant for public ears. It wasn't professional. It was a home recording that I'd done by myself in a little cassette 4-track recorder. But it was a very emotional stuff because I was an immigrant in America, and I was young, and it was a very confusing time, so I just used to go to my music studio, and I think any musician will know this. That's the release of music. That's the beauty of doing music. Is like, no matter what is going on in the world, you can just go and pick up your instruments and just like let loose. And I did let loose on this particular, albums. This was just like raw material, and it was described at Mojo did a page on it, and a lot of people said it's just, it was like finding a diary of someone. And at first I was a bit embarrassed because I thought it was a bit too personal, because it wasn't professional. It was just me. It on a 4-track. I bounced some tracks over, but. When he sent me the album and I listened to it, and it was the first actual vinyl I'd listened to in about 30 years, I listened to it on my daughter's record player. I just cried my eyes out because it brought, and I think I've said this to you, like, we all think that life is linear, and I was getting loads of criticism from my mom at the time about why you in America, why didn't you come back to England, and everything. I doubted everything I was doing. And then 28 years later, there was a reward for that time that I went through, and it just sort of tied everything back. It was like a circular connection, and life isn't. You think you're not making a difference right now. 5, 10 years, 2 years, 10 years, 28 years later, it might. You just like, that was an important thing for me to have done at that point.
I'm with you on that. I think like all these things. I mean, this whole Music and Words Club is just a product of pretty much my whole life of like the connections I've met. So like from Declan and Monique from the youth work I used to do, to some of my London friends that I met a few years ago, and so it's just things come round, and they always reward in some ways.
I mean, so just don't doubt what you're doing right now, because you don't know the full picture. It just could go anyway.
Agreed. Yeah. Well, thanks so much for coming down. It's been really lovely.
Lovely.
And please give Carola the BAER a round of applause. So our actually, I think we should probably do this this competition thing. We got a few answers online. Let me get the stream up. Can anyone remember what Mr. Tigerband said? Because he's the only one who said to me. Can't remember. I think we should probably do like a bit of an audience vote in a bit, and I'm going to read out the different. Can you read it out again for us, Mr. Tigerband?
Yeah, that sounds like.
What did you say, Mr. Tigerman?
It was use my nipples like handles.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read out all the comments so far, and then I want you guys to sort of like make the most noise. If that makes sense, on your favourite one. So we've got use me, but be aware you do so at your own risk. Use me like Nando's peri peri sauce. Let's try hard to find some of these. If I missed one as well. Use me, you can use me, but there's no refunds. Or Tiger Band?
Use my nipples on work like handles.
Okay. I don't think we can top the Tiger Band one, unfortunately. So, what do you guys think? Yeah? Yeah. Well, we'll see if another one comes up. Otherwise, that's Tiger Band's going to win all the merchandise. But yeah. So try and beat Tiger Band's one, people online, people in the audience. But Mr. Anywhere the God, are you ready to perform?
I think so.
Yeah. Great. So Anywhere the God, again, he's been a massive Music and Words act, probably the most booked act, I'd say, over the time. So always comes down and does the sort of like the end shift for us. So he's not playing right at the end tonight because my brother's going to do a lovely sort of improvised set based on the artist YALLAS and his label. So, but yeah, everyone put your hands together for Anywhere the Gods. So.
Hello. You can hear me. So prepared
ill prepared, as always. But you're going to get something anyway. I'm depending on my phone today. A lot of new stuff. I put a project out. I don't know none of it by heart. But thank you again, Matt, for having me. Take from it what you will. All right, so this one's called Starship. It's going to do this poem, and I'm going to give you a little backdrop to it. So all of these are very short today. Nice. This one's called Starship. Nerves. Ha. Pray that one day I attract the right shipmate to accompany toward our predestined aim, which for me is God, my core center innate, my bridge into Him through His vessel that He gave, to make committed vows that one half of faith journey on taking each pace, together reach states, a new places, explore the realms there are in creation, adventure deplore ourselves, get lost in space, your space is now mine and mine now fills you, babe. We cooperate, it's your craft that carries me through gates of wisdom, amazed, the best I've come into knowing. God, I celebrate through your miracles, activate what a man wouldn't know, only through how we relate and relay information, beautiful the exchange. Every captain's log in the mind with lessons in it. As I stare at the sky, these thoughts fragmented image, I await the desire, God willing, fulfill it. My thoughts for the night, topsoil, cultivate till it. I need her, my starship, to take me to where peace is. My source in the fire, fuel, and fly me soon came. It's love at our base, our starship. This is going into the next one. This one's actually called God-Given Company. And this is off my new project, different backdrop. But let's go. Always gotta readjust and get comfortable. I'm gonna try and know this one. Follow me. I need my company, assess my faculties, recharge my battery, restore reserve, getting right back to me, mind must preserve, attractions happening naturally that occur, causing a drawing attachment sticking to earth, my magnosphere pick up iron that's in the dirt, mixed up with her, mountains observe, lay on tectonic plates waiting for shakes and turbulence, disturbances between two things will emerge, feeling the surge of emotions risen to purge, control maintaining the energy holding firm, this body made to house power and force just learn, raise confidence, mount the tower, connections earned, it takes a while to familiarize taking turns, figures in synchronized swimming showers confirm, key in the bond is now written, I must return, my living passion it burns, so slow in time it doesn't world, am I lost, bridging to worlds, my spaceship taking me further, can make it to God I'm sure, my company's my mirror, all my ups and downs made us sore, but we stuck it out, kept the torch alight in the fight, the dark quarters right when we needed us more, unite journey, took flights aboard to heights, never I've reached before, my sights, better I'm soaring, while on earth I left earth, the globe touring, realms exploring, God-given company, certainly one for me, heaven will come to me, blessings abundantly, one may hold the key, but you're the guarantee, my spaceship, ha, showed me realities, in actuality, balance insanity, I aboard my mother wheel within the wheel, the planetary canvas for God's itinerary, my spaceship, again, God-given company, certainly one for me, heaven will come to me, blessings abundantly, one may hold the key, but you're the guarantee, my spaceship, showed me realities, in actuality, balance insanity, I aboard my mother wheel, within the wheel, the planetary canvas for God's itinerary, my spaceship, my spaceship. Next one. I'm just gonna vibe out. I'm gonna try this one. This one's called Regal. Emotion. Familiar with death at a young age. Watch known faces pass. Goes to the past when their faces now are throwback scars. Total contrast to how it was before we saw them last. Nothing's the same, most change. Reflect on possibilities vast, involving their names through conversations weighing on the heart. Funnier thing is memories that live within us. Cast images play, remain figments of what cannot amass. And happening strange to wishing they were here and still apart from the pain, departed partition. We carry on, petition the change we want to those. Remain and live long, listen to game after all to diet, desirous of things. Living the game, find joy when seeking purpose is the task. Cause brilliant, insane, can't lose cabeza ahead. It's hard protecting the brain. There's prayers for all suffering across the globe in this day. While times increase, the dark proceed to park when ducking them things. Spark, oh, guide me out of peace, God. Regal. What am I? Guess I'm here to find. Identified my dignifying presence, striking awe-inspiring aura. Electrifying, amplifying, mental brightening, God inciting, stimulating, installer. Allah provides plethora. Drawer from the lights above, magnetic lines aurora. Sharp suit with fedora, and suitcase world explorer. Touring the Americas to Emirates, EU to the Orient. Globetrotting from Tibet to Tabora. Grateful and benevolent, supreme wisdom in mathematics. Tasteful and so reverent, the cream risen in full effect. Awful things are prevalent. Body kingdom, sacred text to struggle with malevolence. So mind being prism split, reflecting like my shine is regal. Extracting light in people. Saturated in evil that's overwhelmed by meatballs of the mental sounded lost. Rounding fallen crown seems normal now to pull them out when spirits drown their lives now sour diesel. Wicked proud fair seeming crowds and pick us out. Push us down, vision clouded, kept in bound and bondage gouged. Our sight is ousted with less confounded lies, no ground foundations profound. Resounding trumpets mounted, powerhouse of truth marks the sequel. Hey. One more? I'll do one more. I'll do one more just for the sake of it. This one's of another project. Different backdrop. It's called Keep Loving, Keep Ellen. Next one. Start again. One more time. God. What's the solution? Weathering, tendering storms in distribution. My love they're refusing. Throwing it back in my face. Ain't even using it to help. Get into better shape. Just straight confusion. Battles I'm losing. Flabbergasted, can't even fart. Flake from these loose winds. Satan taints effect on this great. Is why I choose him. The God Almighty I praise. To pray is soothing. For the soul that's keeping me scruising. It's proving helpful. The spirit lives mental. Improvement. When God's all involved in your central. It's music. The pencil love molding our stencils. For unison. Careful in handling gentle. Got tools equipped, utensils in faith celestial. I make a wish and work to replenish with words that's one. Warding off harm and alarming me of any energy sinful. God is installed to just focus on the best part. On the best part. Projecting hard through my past. I put in the last bit of my craft. Spent more than half of my life loving in art. Struggling rough, but falling my path, stalling my progress. The dark thickens pressure and mass fitting the shown stress. I'll just say a cappella. Pushing my heart and pushing the art, projecting hard. Throughout my past, I put in the last bit of my craft. Spent more than half of my life loving in art, struggling rough, befalling my path, stalling my progress. The dark thickens pressure and masks fitting the shown stress. It's death-ridden measure, a task given by protest. No, less I fight to love. Living in old flesh, be bold, keep the duty to own. Ode to your soul, yes. Ha. A golden strap whipping lashes leave black blisters and swollen. Scolding cabeza the head heavy we holding from blast off of loading the past wires need soldering. We born to win, see paradise once clear from the foggy fires the smoldering. Soldiering on, won't be sold again. All this war turning me pessimist when I'm awesome. Good organs accompany good thoughts, more portions rewarding of blessings reward. For redressing and being steadfast on your post, just focus on feeding the good to bring the best in. Keep loving. Yeah.
That was the amazing Anyway the God, everybody. So, where you go, man? You have to have a chat with Eleanor. So I'm going to disappear for a sec. So, no, you're fine. So.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
For your patience.
You get to have a rest now, almost. But I just wanted to ask you about your writing process, because it is super emotional, super kind of like anthropology in a way of your life.
Yes.
How does that start and how does it feel?
It's
maybe like going back to when you first started writing.
It's a very therapeutic thing. I think, to be fair, I've lived a very nomadic lifestyle from a child, and my love for writing kind of came from writing letters to my mum. My mum was my first pen pal.
Yeah.
So I lived 9 years in the Caribbean, and she was my pen pal. So we used to write to each other, and I developed a love for calligraphy, but had a natural thing for music. So I used to write limericks, and I used to write poems, and then eventually, I think, when you're a child, I think I always had this weird notion, because I didn't grow up around my biological parents from a very young age. I went to the Caribbean when I was about 6. So from 6, I've got a very different outlook on a lot of things, and I can emotionally detach myself while still feeling emotions. So I've learned to do that. So
I guess that goes hand in hand with being a performer
yeah.
and having to relive those memories over and over again.
Yeah. So never necessarily having anybody to speak to. I think growing up about a lot of the things I thought and felt, a lot of the information I was exposed to as a child, me being on the island, there was no one else that was kind of like my compare to speak about certain things. So I used to speak to myself, and I speak to myself or have conversations with myself or audit my own thoughts from a very young age, and I was able to learn how to express my thoughts on page in a certain way. And then I think listening to certain instruments or certain connecting sonics that would evoke certain emotions. While on the move, I write on the move. I write while I'm traveling, I write while I'm walking. I'll think of things while I'm running. I'll stop and write the idea down. Like,
Is that why because I saw the Beetroots kind of the video that you put together, and you were on the move then, you were walking through the...
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
That was really good.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So a lot of it is that when I am stationary, because I've put myself through different writing processes. When I am stationary, I have to be in a space that's kind of a clear of other energies of minds, because I pick up on thoughts, I pick up on undercurrents, and like even in the room, I can feel and pick up on things.
Being an
so
empath.
yeah, I'm very empathic. Yeah. So when I'm stationary, to not pick up on certain things, I might take myself to like a remote location outside.
So if you're coming up with all these things while you're walking and you're traveling, and then you have that kind of brain dump in a way of just like getting everything down when you're on your own.
Yeah, it's a way of processing.
Yeah.
So and sometimes just being there for your friends or members of your family. Things that you hear them saying, they might not necessarily best convey.
But you're
empathically, you can convey.
To process it, and then when you come out with it,
I'm able to be a conduit for a lot of people, or feel what they feel, to be a conduit.
And I think that's a lot of the reason why so many people say that making music is so therapeutic, because you get a second chance to go through those emotions, and maybe a third chance or a fourth chance, and get to understand them. And a lot of people don't get that chance, and they're just like, right, something happens to you, and then suddenly you're on the rest of your journey of life, and you don't get that moment to reflect.
Yeah.
So making music is really, or any kind of art like that, is great.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah. 100%. And so, but you're also a teacher as well.
Yes.
So you how are your students doing at the moment?
They're all good. Like tutoring, so I'm tutoring at the moment, and I'm homeschooling. I'm enjoying it, to be fair. It's something. It's an exchange, so I learn a lot as well. I'm learning all the time. I'm always learning something new when working with young people, children in learning environments. Because even things that you may not necessarily, so like a topic or something that's new to you, I enjoy the aspect of learning things together.
Well, if you're excited, they get excited about it as well.
That's right. So like, as stimulating as I purposely and I intentionally do not rob myself of the stimuli that I'd experience in that moment. If I know I haven't, if it's something that's new that I'm about to teach, I like going through it with them. So we kind of learn together.
Especially if you as you said, as a kid, maybe you didn't have that yourself. You're kind of giving it back to yourself now.
And it makes the moment that much more genuine.
Yeah.
As opposed to just me teaching them something. It's like we actually both learned it. So it's like you saw me learn it like how you learned it. So you could learn anything. I'm not teaching you anything new. I'm just bringing out of you something that's already there, just for you. So that's doing things like that. I think kind of makes stronger connectors in the mind, and emotional connectors to emotional connectors to learning. That's good. Remains as good stimuli and good moments. So,
Should we check on the crew?
Yes.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you all for listening.
I'm sure you'll be back. Right. So now we have the amazing James Vernon from UCB Records, who's going to be performing one of the artists from their label, YALLAS. So this is using samples that they've collected over the years, and he's put them together and going to perform them for you.
And the competition will be announced after. So that was the amazing Use Me. Let's put this back to the right camera. There we go.
James Vernon, everyone.
James Vernon, yeah. And that's the last act for this evening. So I think we should probably announce the winner of the competition. I mean, I don't think anyone's beaten Tiger Band yet. So what do you think? Yeah, do you want to go through them? So.
Use Me Like a Face Mask. This is Dano Marshall.
That's
the way
good.
from Scotland. Not quite abroad, whereas Val, but.
Okay, do you want to take a vote between Use Me Like a Face Mask? I keep forgetting yours. I don't know how, but it's just so genius.
Because you wanted to repeat it again, isn't it?
I do, yeah. So.
Does anyone else remember it? Use Me Nipples like motorbike handles.
That's his humour, obviously.
Okay, so we got Use Me Nipples like motorbike handles, right? Or Use Me Like a Face Mask. On Nando's, yeah.
Using like Nando sauce.
I don't think that's going to win. No, but it's still good. So make some noise if you want. Use me nipples like motorbike handles. Make some noise if you want. Use me like a face mask.
Yeah.
Oh, that's close. But I think Tiger Band's won it though. So unfortunately.
Well done. You get all the votes.
So
I don't know about you, but that, like, being in the studio or being in here and feeling that bass was amazing.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten how good that felt.
Thanks, Alfie. Yeah. That was incredible, mate.
That was amazing.
It was it was like being in a club, but like not in a club because you couldn't dance.
It was like at the end of the night when everything's slowing down and you're all sat there and it's just washing over you. It was great.
We'll get back to them days.
So round of applause for Alfie for all the sound and for the amazing lighting that we've had.
Round of applause to the bar as well, the Old Court Bar. So that's from Windsor and Eton Brewery.
Yeah, Windsor and Eton Brewery.
Do you want to do the next one? This man there.
Mr. Diamond Bavell on the sound. Woo! No, I was looking over you while you were really in the moment then. Actually, I was really enjoying it as well.
Round of applause to you for just being my number 2 all day. So. Yeah.
Anytime.
And we should probably list the artists as well.
Thanks, venue.
Oh yeah, the Old Court venue, Martin Denny, the Old Court.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And of course, Mr. Matthew Fleming, who puts this all together. So much time and heart and soul goes into every single one of your events. So. Yeah, it's very much appreciated by all of us.
But it couldn't happen without our artists. So our artist tonight, Mr. Nick Milan. Yep. Diamond Bavell gets another clap just because he's a legend. So, and also performed. So.
The Amazing Tiger Band.
Yeah, Amazing Tiger Bands. Monique, Connor and D Grant. So I got it right, mate. So.
Carola BAER. Woo!
Anyway, the gods.
And to get us ready for post-lockdown clubbing, Mr. James Vernon.
Woohoo! Okay, guys, thanks very much. And I'm going to shut this live stream down.
Bye, everyone online.
See you next time, guys.